There are an estimated over 11 million undocumented immigrants in the United States. Many experts agree that the U.S. economy is largely dependent on immigrant labor. However, laws restricting the rights of undocumented workers continue to be passed, and the apparatus for repressing immigrants continues to expand. Already this year, there have been over 400,000 people who have been deported from the United States. In many cases, families are divided and parents are forcibly deported, children remaining in the United States. The policy of violent raids and deportations by the U.S. government has caused many in the U.S. to burn with outrage. Today in New York City, religious leaders, labor union activists, and others gathered to protest the continued deportations. Ravi Regbir, an activist with the New Sanctuary Coalition of New York City, explained why the protest was taking place.
Over the last 1 year alone, we have had over 400,000 people deported. 400,000 people, which means our communities are living in fear every single day. Their fathers are being taken away.
Ravi explained that this particular immigration court, located at 201 Varick Street in New York City, was targeted by the protesters because of its degrading policy of restraining people.
The problem with this particular court is anyone who appears in court is shackled hand and feet. And the proceedings are bad. But this is even more terrible. And we're here to stand up because this policy is so wrong.
The American Civil Liberties Union has released a report revealing that there is a covert national security program which specifically delays people from gaining U.S. citizenship based on their Islamic faith. Muslims are being routinely discriminated against and stalled in immigration proceedings in the name of fighting terrorism. Farzana, an organizer with the Queens Community House, described her outrage with this recently revealed policy.
The bill, immigration reform, what we want, that is equal. So we want the bill equality. We want equality, not one person will get something, one person is not. I mean, any religious, if you say Muslim, Christian, Jewish, whatever, everybody are not the terrorist. We all are immigrant. We are not terrorists. We are not criminal.
As the protest continued, a group of clergy, youth, labor leaders, and others walked into the street. They joined hands and refused to stop blocking the street, despite the threat of arrest from police officers. After continuing to chant, they were one by one arrested and taken away by the NYPD. After a number of peaceful protesters were arrested, the protest continued. The organizers continued to chant and call for immigration reform outside the immigration court for long after the arrests took place. They plan to hold many protests in the future until what they see as unfair and degrading policies toward immigrant workers are halted. Caleb Boppin, Press TV, New York.